Hello, dear friends. Myself, Preetham Goswami. I'm life coach and motivational speaker, and I'm bringing a wonderful series of motivational stories which can make you learn a lot in your life. So today, I'm going to share a small story over passion, and passion is something which can make you do anything, make you achieve anything in your life. A 16-year-old boy was very good at studies, and one weekend, few of his friends forced him to go for trekking. He had no idea what is trekking and mountaineering. So he went with his friends, and on Sunday evening when he returned back, he was so excited, feeling so passionate from inside that he could not sleep whole night because of the kind of excitement he felt during that trekking, which he experienced for the first time. Next day morning, Monday, when he goes to school, meets his class teacher, asks the one question: Teacher, could you please tell me which is the highest peak on the earth? Teacher asked, Listen, the Mount Everest is the highest peak. Why are you asking again? He said, Teacher, last night I decided that one day I'll be going to conquer the Mount Everest. Teacher almost ridiculed that boy, that please focus on your studies because a couple of months later you're going to have your final exams. This young boy was hardly affected by if somebody has ridiculed him or somebody is not going to believe what he is started dreaming now. And those were the days where there was no information technology, no internet, no Google, and somehow he's kept getting information about Mount Everest and how he can get trained for that. Within a few years time, he could gather like-minded people who are going to accompany him on his travel to Mount Everest, his journey to Mount Everest. And one fine day, a group of people left for Mount Everest. And trust me, my dear friends, it was not easy task for them. Somehow, because they were well prepared, somehow they reached almost 50%. And when they were on a short halt, they were taking inventory of the resources they had, and they noticed that most of their resources got exhausted. So far as food is concerned, medicines are concerned, and a couple of people from their group were seriously unwell. So they had only two options because they had no resources left, and rest 50% of the Mount Everest is extremely difficult. So they had two options, either to move forward or to come back. They wanted to move forward, but they knew that if they move forward, their death is certain. And like hundreds and thousands of people who got buried there, they will be one of them and nobody is going to remember in the history. And the second option they had to return back, but what was bothering him that if he returns back, people again are going to ridicule or make fun of them. But they finally decided to come back. And when they were returning, a couple of members who were seriously ill lost their lives. They returned back to their country. A few passionate friends, energetic and enthusiastic friends, welcomed all of them on the airport and tell them, let's celebrate, let's have a party. Now this person about whom I'm talking, the person who conquered the Mount Everest for the first time, Sir Edmund Hillary, but he hasn't done yet. So when he was offered by his friends, let's celebrate the occasion, he said, no, I haven't achieved my target yet. Why you want to celebrate? Friends were very positive. What they said, let's celebrate, my dear friend, because you could achieve at least 50% and you returned safely and you have another chance to go and do the rest of the task. And then in a hotel, a hall was booked and 50-60 people known to Edmund were invited. So stage was made. At the backdrop of the stage, a beautiful picture of Mount Everest was kept. And everybody was curious to listen to the experience of Edmund Hillary, how exactly he felt during his first journey to Mount Everest. So a couple of people spoke on the mic, and then Master of Ceremony invited, now let me call upon this Mr. Edmund, the hero of the evening. Please come and share a few of your experiences. Now, surprisingly, during the whole celebration, Edmund was not at all comfortable. people were welcoming him, people were appreciating him, but he was not at all comfortable, because somewhere down inside his heart he feels that I'm not a successful person, I'm yet to achieve that milestone. But he was asked to come on the stage. He was holding a mic in his hands, and he was not looking at the audience. He was on the stage and constantly looking at the backdrop of Mount Everest, and he spoke a couple of sentences and came back. What he spoke? He looked at the picture of Mount Everest and he said, Mount Everest, you have defeated me, but don't worry, I'll come again, because I know you're not going to grow bigger than what you are, but the determination, my instinct, my passion, my preparation is going to be far better than what it was earlier. He said this, and people were stunned, looking and listening to him. My dear friends, not in second but third attempt he could conquer the Mount Everest. In the history of humanity, he was the first person to conquer the Mount Everest. But how it was possible? Because of the passion. Because of the passion, day and night he was just thinking about Mount Everest. It was pinching badly in his heart that Mount Everest, you defeated me, but I'm going to defeat you, because you're not going to grow bigger than my instinct and my determination, my mental toughness. My dear friends, this is the magic of passion. All bigger things are first done inside your mind. If you have that passion, you get abundant energy. And keep this passion alive for whatever you want to achieve in your life. My dear friends, this history is the world is going to remember you, and you're going to make history in whatever you do. Thank you so much. Saying you goodbye. We'll come with another interesting story soon. Thank you so much.